I'm Kenneth Wajda. I'm a professional photographer here in Colorado. Welcome to another one of my photo chats. So today I'm going to talk about a zine. Probably a year or two ago, I did a talk about Frank Soul's zines that he makes in Utah and how impressed I was with them. So I've been thinking about and talking about I was going to make one. I didn't do the work, but finally I did. And here it is. My first zine that I made available for public purchase. And it's called American Streets, Kenneth Wajda Photographs. It's 32 pages, and it's a series of photographs from my street work that were curated based on what would 32 photos that I was putting together, what would look good as a group. And this is what I came up with. And it has a back cover that also repeats the title. And again, I can show you the front title. And so 32 pages, color, a nice cover, printed through a company called Mixam, MIXAM.com, which I have no affiliation with, but I use them because Frank used them, and I like the quality. And I like the price. So I bought and ordered only 10 of these. I've already sold 3 for $18 each. So those 3 sales have paid for the whole order because I spent $38 for 10 copies of this shipped to my house. So $3.80 each. I'm in for $38. I shipped 3 books and they were $4 shipping for each one. So I'm up to $12 more. So 38 plus 12 is $50. And I sold 3 books and they were $18, so it's $54. So I'm up $4. And I wasn't really doing it to make a profit. I've given some of these away already to some friends. I keep one with me. If I meet somebody who says, what kind of work do you do? I can say, here, just take this. I'm giving away $4. But for $4, I'm making a connection of somebody who maybe will be able to work with. I'll be able to have some kind of a new client. Maybe I'm going to just have a new friend. Maybe I'm just meeting a photographer. And the idea is it's an affordable way to have something on hand that is readily giftable to somebody. $3.80. So now that order can be replaced. If I want to say, oh, I'm going to get 10 more, I'll order 10 more. I probably have 4 left of these at the moment, and that's okay. And they are available to you because I'm going to put another order in. It might be 2 or 3 weeks before I can ship them, but the point is they're available, and they're available because I created something. I created something tangible. There's no battery level meter on this saying I'm going to turn off. There's no need for electricity to view it. It's something that you could take with you, put it in your bag, and you could show it to people, and they could leaf through it, and they see your work, and it's in a physical form that doesn't require a phone, doesn't require an iPad, but it goes one step higher and says, look, I'm a book. Look, I'm a pamphlet, or I'm a booklet, or I'm a zine, whatever you want to call it. It's certainly not a hardback book. I did put some information inside so that it would be some information about me and it would have a copyright. And then I did put my web address in the back, so if somebody has this, they would have access to how to reach me. But this is an affordable way to create our work and to put our work out there. And it's important to put our work out there. Like, why are we making this work if we never printed and never gifted? We never put it in a book. We never put it in a frame. What's it for? Some people say they just like to go fishing. I just like to go fishing. I don't care about the fish. And that's okay if that's what you like to do and you just like to go out to nature, photograph landscapes or nature, leaves, trees, whatever, and then just go home and never process them. I can respect that because that's something that you like, the outdoor part. You don't really care about the photography part. I certainly care about the photography part, and I want to make photographs. I want to do things with them, like put them in gallery shows, put them in print, put them in my house and live with them, gift them to friends if they're pictures of friends. The goal is, for me, is to create actual work with them And everybody has to find their own, where they want to be with that. For me, I definitely want to make work that I can put up on a wall, I can live with, and it doesn't need a screen to make it come to life. So Mixam is the company. I think they do good work. I didn't add any of the upgrades to cover UV coatings or anything to go and make it more expensive. I was trying to go with, how can I go with a basic 32 page, 5.5 by 8.5 with, I'll lay out all the photos in Photoshop and I'll place them all on the Mixam site to build the actual zine. And the one thing I would say is I exported everything as, there were 32 photos I exported as RGB, and everything in the preview looked a little wrong. And I read the directions and it said, export them as CMYK. So I batch changed them all to CMYK files, and then when I re-uploaded them, they looked much more normal, and that's what I printed. And that's what worked out great. So if you are uploading your RGBs and you put them on and they look super saturated and you're not sure if that's good, you can test it and order one and see. But for me, having read the directions late, CMYK is what they wanted, and that worked out better for printing color. And that's an option under Photoshop, under your format. So anyway, that's American Streets, my zine. It's available if you're interested. It's $17.95. I'll put a link to the order form. You can order it. I'll send it to you. I'll mail it to your house. All right, that's Ace Photography Talk. If you're enjoying these, hit the subscribe button. If you can support, hit the Patreon. Thanks to all my supporters. I appreciate you. I'll be back next week. We'll talk more photography. As always, here's the good light.